Let me get my questions ready first though. What's good, YouTube? It's Kid Kaiser and I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I've missed y'all and I'm just happy to be back in front of this camera and just, you know, connecting with y'all. Today, I have been watching a lot of TikToks and I've been seeing this is like a popular thing now. So I guess Chick-fil-A got this new sandwich. Don't ask me how to say it because I can't say the last thing, but I just know it's hot and it got honey and it got cheese in it. And we're gonna give it a go. But while I do it, I asked some people for some questions. So I'm gonna do a little Q&A and just, you know what I'm saying, have a little conversation with y'all while I eat. Okay. But first, I'm so hungry, let me try some fries. Let's see. And we also got some help. We got my girl in the back, and we got Jacob. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna ask me the questions instead of me asking the questions. So I don't get to just pick the easy questions. And plus that give me time to dive in.
What has been your best memory from college so far?
My best memory? That bite was good. My best memory will probably have to be all the times that I spent with my best friend Jade. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, she made my college years, like, the first 2, 3, enjoyable, for sure. So any memory with her, honestly, since I've been in college. Let's see.
All right. Next question. What made you want to start YouTube after so long?
It's actually good. The spicy is good. But honestly, what made me start doing YouTube was really just like how much I enjoyed. I think outside of basketball, you gotta be able to find something that you truly feel passionate about. And I think content creation, whether that's just like doing pranks or just kind of like doing Q&As and stuff like that, I think I like doing stuff like that. So it just kind of, it brought me back to a happy place. Because the reason why I stopped doing YouTube was just kind of like I took the time to kind of focus on my mental. And it wasn't that like I was like so big on YouTube, but it was just like I wanted to make sure I was right so I can like, I guess, be myself on camera without having to like force the issue and like fake it till I make it type thing. So I think so. And I think I'm in a position where I've matured enough to where like I could kind of separate the two and be able to do what I love and still kind of take care of myself mentally.
Awesome. So a part 2 to that question, do you have anyone who's inspired you to do content creation, or anyone that you've watched that you like, you know, dang, I want to do that, or I want to do something around that, more creative or something?
Yeah, honestly, I grew up like watching like YouTube when like Jazz, Armand, and like all those guys was like kind of doing YouTube, so I would like watch them do like pranks and stuff. That's kind of where like I kind of enjoy doing it. So watching them do it, I was like, man, I want to try this prank on somebody or stuff like that. So that's kind of where I got the idea from. And then after like doing it, like I used to do pranks just off camera without recording, and it just was fun. Like, it was fun for me. It was something that I enjoyed, and I realized like besides basketball, that's something that I would probably want to do, like fun wise for me.
What brings you true joy?
That's an interesting question. But I would have to say like probably serving others, the way that I love and care for people. That's kind of what that's what brings me joy, like making them, seeing other people happy. Like I'll do anything for the people that I love, or even just somebody on the street, you know what I mean? So like I try to really focus on like making people's day better, because you never know what someone's going through. So like to just be able to be kind and just speak something as simple as like asking someone how's their day going, like people love that, and that can change everything for them. So I would say probably serving others, because I mean at the end of the day, like we're all here for a purpose, and I believe my purpose that God brought me here for is to serve others and just love on them and just show them that like there's happiness in this world and that everything's gonna be okay.
What areas have you grown outside of basketball since you've been to college?
Outside of basketball, I would say taking care of myself. not just like physically, but mentally as well. Like, I think we all know like mental health is like a big thing nowadays, but I really think like taking time to really like understand myself and how my mind works physically, mentally, spiritually, really taking time to like get to know God. I think that was like my biggest growth areas. And then truly like being in tone with like my emotions and my feelings. Like growing up, I was always a kid that kind of like bottled up everything and just kind of like, it wasn't okay to like cry or, you know what I'm saying, show your emotions and stuff like that. But now I'm like, that I feel like I'm really in tone with my emotions and feelings. Like I can truly express that and just be who I am. So just really being true to myself and allowing myself to grow in all areas, spiritually, emotionally, and physically.
If you could relive one day, what would that day be and why?
If I could relive one day, I think it'll have to be the last day that I spoke with my dad. My dad passed away when I was in 2013, 6th grade year. And I just wish I could relive that day, just kind of relive the conversation. There's a lot of things that I wish I would have said more, or just kind of, I don't know. Like when you don't know that's your last time speaking to someone, like you kind of don't know what to say, or you just kind of think it's a regular conversation and you hope that you would have another one with them. So just having another opportunity to truly like tell him, you know what I'm saying? Like I do remember saying I love you, but just to say more, I think that's probably, yeah. No tears.
Going back to, you know, yourself talking about mentally, physically, emotionally, in that aspect, do you think college athletes should include weekly therapy sections to help with the ups and downs of seasons?
I definitely think so. And I think, like I mentioned before, like mental health is so huge, like, and people don't understand like the mental and physical toll that like being a student athlete takes on a person. Like at the end of the day, like we're human beings, like we go through stuff, like we have good days and bad days. Like it's hard, and I mean, and it's good to have somebody to talk to, and I do believe that we should. Like me personally, like I speak to someone every week just for my benefit, you know, just because sometimes like being an athlete can be lonely, it can be hard. Like you do have a lot of people in your corner. But I think when it comes to your mental health, not a lot of people talk about it. And I think we're expected to be strong, and like sometimes like your mental health can be taken as a weakness within your sport. But I think taking that time personally to really dive in and understand like, hey, this is what I'm going through, that it's okay that you're feeling this way. Like it's okay to reach out for help, and it's okay to accept help and grow. It's only gonna help you be better. Like don't look at it as a weakness. Like use it as a strength to truly understand like your emotions and your feelings and how to deal with that, because not only does it benefit you like as a human being, but it also helps your, you know what I'm saying, helps you as an athlete. Because if you're mentally and physically good, everything else falls in line. But if one half is off, everything kind of crumbles down on you. So I do believe like people should take it serious and speak to someone once a week. It doesn't have to be once a week, it could be once a month, but just take time to speak to somebody. It doesn't have to be a professional. It could be your friends, your family. Like reach out, like have those conversations, like for real.
How's the sandwich still doing?
Man, I'm not gonna lie,
We gotta get an update.
it tastes like a regular sandwich, but I think like the way they made it, it's like the cheese is not too much. It's like the right touch in there. I could taste like the honey, the hot honey, you know, so, and then the spice from the chicken sandwich, it blends very well.
That's good.
I was thinking about like an off taste, like it was gonna be like, whoa, but it's not. It's like, it's something calm. I wouldn't eat it every day just
Right.
because like, it kind of feels heavy, but I think it's pretty good.
What are your plans after graduation?
After graduation, I want to be somewhere overseas playing basketball. Top 3 places probably like Italy, Spain, or like Turkey. Yeah, like growing up, I've always wanted to I've always wanted to play in Italy just because like I love pasta and like my dream was just like, oh, I get to play basketball and I could just eat all the pasta in the world. So that's why after college, just playing somewhere overseas, like wherever honestly I get the opportunity. That's like best for me, for real. I mean, if it happens not to be that, then wherever I'm at, I hope I'm good, that I'm okay. That I'm just with the people I love.
Why do you think some players go overseas instead of trying to stay in the country?
Well, between men's and women's, it's just a lot different just because of like, there's more space within the NBA than there is in the WNBA.
Right.
So you gotta think about salary gap and like how much the NBA has and how much the WNBA has. Me personally, like, if I do get the opportunity to play in the WNBA, obviously I'm gonna take that.
Right.
Like, going overseas is not like a first option, you know what I'm saying? So it's not, and it's not like it's the last option. Like, it's something that I do want to do. It's not like I only want to go overseas just because like, oh, the WNBA is too small. Like, wherever I'm called upon to serve whatever I need to do and have the opportunity that's presented to me, I'll take it. But I do understand like people have different paths. It's sometimes it takes you having to go overseas and playing a couple years before you can make it back and end up in the WNBA or the NBA. So like, it's everybody's path is different. So I can't sit here and be like, okay, well, after college you should just go straight to the NBA. Like, maybe it's meant for you to go to the G League or go overseas and grow your game, grow yourself, and then come back and be ready for the NBA. Like, everybody's timing is different, and I'm sure mine's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, different than the next person. So really just focusing on me and what I need to do and take my next step in my path to get where I know I'm supposed to be, and then just go from there.
Would you ever transfer?
The fries is 10 out of 10. The fries is 10 out of 10. I had a feeling that question was coming. Honestly, to answer that question in the best way possible, who knows? You know, like, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm a senior. Obviously, I'm gonna be playing my senior year here at New Mexico State University. But you never know. Like, I have, you know, obviously my COVID year, things could change, but right now where I'm at, like, I'm good. You know, like, I'm focused on like where I'm at, where my feet are, and I'm just working towards what I want to leave this place with, and that's a ring. Like, my focus is not on the next year. It's not about what's gonna happen in a couple months. Like, I'm just kind of taking things one day at a time, like, and just trying to grow myself and grow my game as much as I can. Like, I'm not too worried about the future, you know, so I can't really answer that question. And me saying like, would I ever transfer? I'd be like, no, I won't. And then y'all see me next year I transfer, or, you know, something crazy happens that, you know what I'm saying, I'm forced to transfer. Like, you never know, like, anything can happen. So I'm not gonna sit here and say like that's out of the picture, but I am good where I'm at, and I'm just trying to focus on, you know, one day at a time, loving my team, just loving the game, and just kind of growing from there. Cause man, I'm coming from one thing, and that's just to get a ring this year and just be the best basketball player that I can be, for real.
So you don't have this question on here or anything. It's not basketball related. Top 3 artists, any genre. Who are your top 3 artists?
Number 1, Rod Wave. I could listen to Rod Wave all the time.
No brainer.
And then second, I like Young Boy. I feel like I listen to him when I'm feeling reckless.
Hey, man, that's
like when I'm feeling,
when you feel
when
like
I'm feeling really
drop
reckless.
like a 20-30 bomb.
Yeah, but yeah, so probably Rod, NBA, and then to throw it a little crazy, Burna Boy. To go a little Afro beats in there, for sure.
How did you and TK meet?
Flash is 10 out of 10. If y'all didn't know, TK is my girlfriend. Some people call her TK, some people call her Kaya. And we met in the weight room. She was a track athlete, I was a basketball athlete. Put 2 and 2 together, you know how that go. You know I got nothing but game. Had to spit a little, do a little something. And now look, I secure the bag, okay? So I'm the real MVP. Nah, but we met in the weight room, just kind of became friends, and then like now we kicking it. Now that's my wife type thing. So yeah, maybe we'll do a video together, start talking about how we met and just how we got to this point. For real, that's my girl. Thanks. Be smiling over there.
If you could live in any state, what state would you live in?
Texas. Texas. I love Texas.
More in like the city or rural area?
Somewhere like calm, like I'm from like Fort Worth area, so I wouldn't say Fort Worth like just cause like that's kind of where I like grew up a little bit. But somewhere like outside of there, maybe like an hour, 2 hours away, but like somewhere like not too close to the city, but I can go to the city.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
right.
Somewhere I can raise kids and like have a family.
So kinda
and
like
a nice,
El Paso.
yeah, like a nice little neighborhood. I'm trying to think.
You know, we good in this spot, but if we really need some,
Yeah, and I go see
here.
my mom and all this, but she's not too close to where she could just drive to the house and just be like, hey, what's up? But definitely Texas, like, yeah. I know y'all looking at me crazy, like, why I wouldn't want to be by the beach or anything like that. I can't swim. I don't have time for that.
What made you start basketball?
Good question. That's a good
How
question.
did you find like that love for it? You know, that drive. What made you like?
What's my why?
What's your why? And who motivated you to keep going?
All right. The last question. Okay.
That was a good last question, not gonna lie.
I'll give it to you.
Boom.
I started playing because of my cousin. Like, she played basketball. She was like always at the park. And I remember when I first got here, I was like, I went to the park with her, and I just thought it was cool, like how you play. Because originally I used to play soccer, so I wasn't, you know, really into basketball. I didn't know much about basketball. So when I started playing, and then like I just kind of started working towards it. Like I started reading books about how to play basketball. I didn't know how to dribble. I didn't know how to do this. I used to be up all night watching YouTube. And then when I first got here, like I didn't know how to turn the shower on. So when I woke up in the morning, we had like a park right across from the apartment. And I used to wake my grandma up. So you know what I'm saying? Turn on the shower, I used to take a shower, and I just go out there all day from morning to night, just watching people play. Cause I wasn't allowed to play, I was a kid. So then after that, it was just like basketball was fun. Like it was just like, okay, this is nice, this is cool. And then as time went on, I finished elementary. Middle school kind of came around the block. I was bullied a little bit, so like basketball was kind of.
Tell the people where you came from.
Oh, I came from Africa. Fresh off the boat. No, I'm from West Africa. I came up when I was like 7. So, yeah. So I started playing, and like elementary school was rough for me. Middle school was a little rough for me too. But basketball was just like the one constant thing that was just like, okay, like I could keep learning, I keep growing at this. Like I felt good doing what I'm doing, and I kept getting better. And so when middle school hit, I joined this program, and it was just like a really good program. And I met this lady, Courtney, and changed my life forever. Shout out to her, because without her, I wouldn't be where I am, for real. And that's true. Love you, white fam. That's what I call it, because she was my white mama for a long time. But so I started playing, and then once I started playing, she kind of used basketball as a way to like get to me. So like a way to like keep me out of trouble, keep me from running around with the wrong kids and stuff like that. So that was kind of like the reason why I kept playing, was just because it kept me out of trouble. And then as I got older, you know, it became more clear, like, okay, hey, like you're actually good at this. Like you can go play college basketball, you can do that. So then my goal was just like, man, like I gotta do what I gotta do to make it to college, you know? So I woke up every day, I worked out, I got an extra work, I did everything that I needed to do to get where I am now. But once I got here, for a while it took me some time to truly figure out like what's my why, and like why I really do this, because like it was installed into me like as a kid just through my mom, of how hard she worked, and like she woke up every single day as a single mother to make sure like me and my sister was good. Like there was nothing we was missing out on that we didn't, you know what I'm saying, that we needed that we didn't have. Like, she made sure she provided and did all that she could. So that's all I knew, was to work hard and just continue to work hard till you get what you want, or get what you know what I'm saying, where you want to go. So that's just kind of, I just kept doing that, and man, I just kept working, and so getting here, you know, COVID, and just really figuring out who I am, like, what do I want to do, like, why am I here? Because my why was trying to get into college. Like, I didn't want my mom to have to worry about paying loans or whatever the case is, because, you know, it's just, that could be a lot. So that was my goal, was just like, my mom's not gonna have to pay for my college, like, I'm gonna make it happen. And, you know, no one's ever done that in my family, so I was just like, I'm gonna get a, you know, basketball scholarship. No one's ever got an athletic scholarship and went to school for free, so I'm gonna make that happen for me and mom. So, you know, I did that, and then now coming here is just like, okay, like, why do I keep continuing to do this, you know? And it probably took me up until maybe last year to truly figure out, like, why do I wake up every morning and do what I do, you know? And I honestly say it's just like, I don't want to sit here, it's because I love the game, because it can be hard. Some mornings I wake up every day and I'm like, man, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to get up. I just want to lay in my bed, and I just want to be regular. I want to be a human and just don't have to wake up for workouts and do anything. But truly my why is just like, I guess, I don't know, like, it's so many whys to it, but I think it starts with, like, the people that I value. Like, I wake up every day because one day I wanna have a life where the people I love, my family, my mom, they don't have to worry about anything. Like, one day I truly want to retire my mom, just because, like, she's done so much and she continues to do a lot, like, as a single mother. And then lastly, like, my why is just, like, to serve others. Like, I use basketball as a way to show young kids, like, you just have to continue to work, man. Like, ain't nothing gonna be easy for real. Like, you have to stay disciplined. You just gotta put your head down. Like, it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna have people who are gonna treat you less than what you are. Like, you're gonna feel undervalued. Like, your worth is, sometimes you're gonna question your worth, but you have to consistently, like, try to be a better you. It's not about anybody else. I don't do this shit, excuse me, sorry for my language. I don't do this for me. Or I don't do this for anybody else. I do it for me, because I know, like, how hard I've worked to get here, and I know how much further I can go. Like, I know there's more out there for me, and, like, my purpose is, I didn't come here, or God didn't put me on earth just to be average, or just settle and just, like, let it be. But it's just like, He put me here to serve, and just to show people, like, there's more to you, no matter where you come from. Like, it's all about where you end up, truly. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, so my advice is just to keep working and find your why, because that's what's gonna keep you going. It's gonna, on those good and bad days, it's gonna get you right, for real. And she asked me that because she asked me when I'm having a tough day, she's just like, what's your why? Like, seriously. And that's why she is who she is. Shout out to you, lady. Thank you guys for watching this video, man, and just locking back in with me. I'm gonna finish my sandwich real quick. I'm a little fat, but that's alright. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna have more videos and content coming soon, so just subscribe, like, comment, do all the good stuff, man. Spread the word. The kid is back.